Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well, and we're going to continue with our Action PC Baseball 2021 version, 1967 alternate reality replay. Game 3 of the World Series, Red Sox Cardinals from Busch Stadium. In our Boston Red Sox alternate replay, there was a DH in both leagues. Only major transactions took place and no automatic injuries, though injuries can occur. The Red Sox still won the American League, but ran away with it with a record of 108-54. The Cardinals won the National League 95-66. I played all the Boston Red Sox games. 98% of them, 99% of them offline. We put up a few Lombard games and a couple others, but every game of our World Series is up on the channel. The Cardinals got what they wanted. The split in Boston, they would have loved to have taken two. Game 1 went to St. Louis 7-4. The man on the mound for the Cardinals in Game 3, Dick Hughes, pitched to one batter, threw one pitch, and came out of the game. But he is A-OK, and he's going to pitch Game 3 for the Cardinals. Cardinals won 7-4. As the bullpen did a yeoman's work. In Game 2, the Cardinals dropped a slugfest to the Red Sox 10-6. So here we go. Let's get to the Red Sox starting lineups. They're the visiting team, and they're the team I play as. Let's just make sure we have that set up correctly as I set the lineups for the Cardinals also, because the PC engine does not put together a good lineup, in my opinion. And, yep, the computer will be playing as the St. Louis Cardinals. Okay. Leading off at second base for the Boston Red Sox, Dalton Jones. Batting second at first base, the boomer, George Scott. In left field, batting third, Carl Yastrzemski. Won the home run title, the RBI title, and came in second for batting average. Jim Fregosi just beat him out. The cleanup hitter, fresh off the DL. He did get injured, but he wasn't beamed. He got injured diving for a ball in right field. Tony Conigliaro. He's hit 2 home runs, 1 in each of the first 2 games. He's in right. Jerry Adair bats 5th at third base. Joe Foy is the designated hitter. And he bats 6th. Batting 7th in center field, the switch-hitting Reggie Smith. At shortstop, batting 8th, Rico Petrocelli. And doing the catching, batting 9th, Mike Ryan. On the mound for the Red Sox, excellent on the road, Jose Santiago. Now we'll give you the Cardinals' defensive lineup. On the mound, Dick Hughes, 7 defensive range. Behind the plate, Tim McCarver, 7 range, 5 arm. At third base, Mike Shannon, 5 range. Dahl Maxfield at short, 8 range defensively. Julian Javier is a 6 at second. And the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, is a 6 at first when it comes to defensive range. Lou Brock is in left, 6 range, 4 arm. Kurt Flood is in center, 10 range, 8 arm. And Roger Maris, Mr. 61, is in right, 6 range, 6 arm. Dalton Jones to lead things off for the Red Sox. Series tied at 1. Jones, so far in the World Series, .429, no homers, no ribbies. Hughes is very tough, tremendous at home. Here's the pitch to Dalton Jones. Jones grounds it right side. Javier Over to Cepeda, 1 down. And Hughes makes it through the first batter without getting injured. George Scott steps to plate, 333 with a ribby. Scott, right-handed stick. McCarver sets the target. Dick Hughes rocks and delivers. And that's a fly ball, deep center field. Curt Flood racing back, reaching up. It's off the wall, over his head. And the Boomer has doubled with 1 out. That'll bring up Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski only batting .250 in the first 2 games of the World Series, but has 3 ribbies. Yastrzemski, again, just missed a Triple Crown. Yaz, in the replay, had 49 homers, scored 118 runs, knocked in 137, and his batting average was .322. Yaz looking to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead here. Scott takes a slight lead at first. McCarver wiggles the fingers. Hughes nods his head. The pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. And he walks. Good job by Yaz. So Scott at second. Yastrzemski at first for Tony Canigliaro. 500 in the World Series. 2 home runs, 3 ribbies. The pitch to Tony C. Fly ball, right field, down the line. Maris giving chase, foul territory, and he runs out of real estate. The count's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hughes takes a deep breath. 1 out, 2 on. Pitch homeward bound to Tony Canigliaro. And he strikes out. Inside corner on the 1-2 count. Catches Tony C. looking. He didn't like the call. 2 outs, 2 on. For Jerry Adair, batting .500 with 2 ribbies. The pitch to Adair. Ground ball up the middle. Maxville has it. Flips to Javier, forcing out Yastrzemski. The side is retired. The Red Sox strand 2. We go to the bottom of the first here. In St. Louis, Busch Stadium, no score. Due up for the Cardinals, Brock, Flood, and Maris. Let's give you their whole lineup. As we stated, Lou Brock leads off in left, followed by Curt Flood in center. Roger Maris bats third. He's in right. The baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, at first, the cleanup hitter. Tim McCarver does the catching and bats fifth. Julian Javier bats sixth, plays second. Bobby Tolan's the DH, batting seventh. At third base, Mike Don't Call Me Del Shannon. And batting ninth, at shortstop, Dahl Maxville. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox, Jose Santiago. And Santiago, in the replay, was 10-7 with a 2 average against 2.99, so 2.29, ERA 3.35. On the road, his ERA is 2.81. Batting average against only 186. So he's tough on the road. Behind the plate, Mike Ryan, 7 range, 8 arm. Jerry Adair at third, 4 range. Rico Petrocelli at short, 5 range. Dalton Jones at second, 6 range. George the Boomer Scott at first, 10 range. In left field, Carl Yastrzemski, 10 range, 9 arm. Reggie Smith in center, 8 range, 7 arm. And Tony Canigliaro in right, 5 range, 6 arm. Joining us here at Busch Stadium in St. Louis, Steeler fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt, and baseball guru. He should head up the baseball bunch if there was a new one. I would put him in charge. Beatles eternally. Hope all is well. Check out his wonderful YouTube channel. Baseball and music. From Beatles eternally. Sip of coffee. So here's Lou Brock. Brock batting 300. No homers, no ribbies. Santiago on the bump. Brock has a good chance of getting on here. Here's the pitch to Brock. And he swings and misses. Brock says he checked his swing. The umpire says you did, but it's strike 3 anyway. It's in the strike zone. So Santiago starts off the game in style. 1 out, no one on for Curt Flood, batting .444 in the World Series with a ribby. Santiago with the high leg kick and the pitch. Grounder back to Santiago, over to Scott, 2 away. 2 down. Base is empty for Roger Maris. .333, no homers, 4 ribbies. Left-handed batter. Ryan goes through the sign. Santiago nods his head. Pitch homeward bound to Roger Maris. Maris punches it to Adair, who fires to Scott. An error. A throwing error on Jerry Adair. Maris goes to second, and this is the Achilles heel for the Red Sox. Absolutely awful. I played every game in this Action PC alternate replay. Open world, not open world, but alternate replay. Their infield defense is horrific. The pitchers give up way too many homers, and I'm not just clicking pitch every time. Sometimes I go aggressive, which never works for the Red Sox, but sometimes I'm pitching around depending on the probabilities. And their base running leads a bit to be desired. So we give him an extra out. Here's the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, on deck as McCarver. Santiago rubs up the baseball. Adair shaking his head at third, but he has to get it out of his mind now. The pitch to the baby bull, Cepeda, batting .333 with 3 ribbies. Base hit up the middle. Smith puts a charge on it, but Maris will score. Smith throws it in. So the error costs the Red Sox dearly. 1-0 Cardinals. Beatles Eternally says, nice image of Sportsman Park, Al. Yeah, I like this one. And I think it's accurate to a point. I looked up Busch Stadium in 1967. Sort of looked like this. So Cepeda at first with a ribby. After that error proved very costly by Adair. Scott to hold Cepeda on. Here's Tim McCarver, .375. No homers and 1 runner batted in. On deck, Julian Javier. Santiago throws to first, and Cepeda gets back, shortens his lead up a bit. The pitch to McCarver. Grounder to Adair. Can he throw him out? Bang, bang, play at first. McCarver beat it out. No! What a stretch by Scott. They get him. Oh, what a stretch by the Boomer. But the Cardinals, aided by the Adair error, get 1 on the Cepeda single. We go to the top of the second. 1-0 Cardinals. Series tied at 1. Again, the Cardinals took game 1, 7-4 in Boston. The Red Sox tied the series up before coming back to St. Louis, winning game 2, 10-6. Here's Joe Foy. Foy batting .400 with 2 ribbies. The pitch from Hughes to Foy. Base hit. Oh! Hughes snags it and throws to Cepeda. 1 down. Don't count your base hits before they hatch. Dick Hughes, we forgot to give you his replay numbers. In the replay, Dick Hughes was 19-6. WHIP below 1, .941. ERA 2.48. Dick Hughes started game 1, only pitched to 1 batter, Dalton Jones, and then went out with an injury, but is A-OK, and we pitched him in game 3. That was my choice. I'm not cheating. Again, I play as the Red Sox, but I set the Cardinals lineup. So 1 out for Reggie Smith. Smith will take. That's a ball in the inside corner. Smith .375 in the World Series with a ribby. He will take again. McCarver sets the target. And there's ball 2. Smith puts the bat on his shoulder. There's a strike. That was a fastball. Drag bunt for Reggie Smith. McCarver pounces on it, throws to Javier, who's covering the bag, out number 2. We've gotten quite a few bunt base hits with Reggie Smith that way, but not this time. D. Scott Howard, the GOAT Whisperer, is here. But he's there. As D. Scott says, hi everyone, I just arrived in Goatland, last trip here of the year. As everyone should say hi to D. Scott, Beatles Eternally, and our good friend Steeler Fan 1933. So glad to have you all aboard. 2 outs, bases empty for Rico Petrocelli. The pitch to Petrocelli. Swing and a miss. The side is retired. Dick Hughes is going to be tough. Red Sox do not match up well with the Cardinals. Bottom of the second, 1-0 St. Louis. Santiago back up on the bump. He will face Javier, Tolan, and Shannon. Julian Javier, 333, no homers, no ribbies. The pitch to Javier from Santiago. Fly ball, left center, Yastrzemski on the move, and he makes the grab. 1 down. Here's the DH, Bobby Tolan, 375, no homers, 2 ribbies. P-Jet has just arrived. Jet setting his way into St. Louis and Busch Stadium as he says hello to everyone. Hope all is well, P-Jet. Tolan, switch hitter batting lefty. He could drop a bunt down, but we're going to keep the infield normal. The pitch to Bobby Tolan. Outside corner grounds it back to Santiago, who throws to Scott 2 away. Red Sox got the first 2 outs in the bottom of the first, but then Adair made the error to keep the inning alive. It was a throwing error that sent Maris to second, then Cepeda singled him in. Thus the 1-0 lead. Here's Mike, don't call me Del Shannon, 286, no home runs, and a ribby. The pitch to Shannon. Fly ball down the left field line in the corner. Yastrzemski is there, and the side is retired. Top of the third, 1-0 St. Louis. Due up for the Red Sox. Mike Ryan, the catcher. Then the top of the order, Dalton Jones, and the boomer, George Scott. Mike Ryan has not had a hit yet in the World Series. 0 for 4. He's going to take inside corner, strike 1. He's going to try to drop a bunt down, and he fouls it back. 0-2 count. Hughes in total control. McCarver sets up inside. The pitch to his counterpart, Ryan. Ryan grounds it up the middle, and Javier near the bag has it, throws to first, 1 down. Excellent range by Julian Javier. Dave Gardner has joined us here in St. Louis to cheer on our beloved Red Sox. Check out the new Digital Dice on Spreaker or wherever fine podcasts can be listened to, or on the YouTube channel. But do me a favor. Listen to it on... Actually, it doesn't matter. But Spreaker, and then go check it out on YouTube. Let those ads play a little bit. Put a little cha-ching in the Dave Gardner, what's the word I'm looking for? Coffers. Look at that. We went medieval with that. Digital Dice, Dave Gardner, Ron Juckett. And again, thank you everyone who has joined us here. Steeler Fan 1933, a.k.a. Matt, Dave Gardner. Brian Pelletier has just joined us. Awesome sauce! D. Scott Howard, Beatles Eternally, and P-Jet. So 1 out, bases empty, top of the order for Dalton Jones, 0 for 1. Hughes in complete control. Nods his head. He rocks and deals to Jones. Jones. To strike 3 looking. Jones didn't like the call. 2 outs. Base is empty for the boomer, George Scott. As Dave Gardner says, I'm back broadcasting hockey this weekend for real. Awesome sauce. When I watched you do your Atari, you were talking about that. Very happy, Dave. Very happy for Uncle Dave. So Scott has the only hit. Can he go yard to tie it? The pitch to the boomer. Line shot, and Maxville snares it. The side is retired. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Cardinals. Santiago back up on the bump for Boston. He will face Maxville. Then the top of the order, Brock and Flood. Dahl Maxville, the St. Louis shortstop, 250 in the World Series with a ribby, no homers. Brock on deck. Santiago deals quickly to Maxville. And he walked him. You don't want to walk him. That brings up Lou Brock. He's 0 for 1. Scott holding on Maxville. We're going to try to get Brock to beat the ball on the ground with a pitch around. Ryan sets up low and away. Brock rips the shot in the right. Canigliaro fields it, but it's too late. And scoring all the way as it's going to be a triple. Yes, for Lou Brock. So Brock triples to right center, showing off his tremendous base running ability. Scoring is Maxville. So the walk comes back to haunt the Red Sox. 2-0 Cardinals. Great piece of hitting by Brock. We went pitch around, and Ryan looked like he was set up down and away, and Brock was able to pull the ball to right and gap Smith and Canigliaro. Infield will play in. Here's Flood. The pitch to Flood. And he walks. Oh my God, come on. First and third for Roger Maris. Maris reached on an error. Red Sox already have some milling in their bullpen. Jerry Stevenson. Infield in again. The pitch to Maris. Grounds it to Adair. Adair to Jones. They might turn two. Maris hustling hard. And he beats it out. Did we not have the infield in? So Brock scores. Let's watch that replay. Did we not have the infield in? Oh, maybe I had corners in. It looks like I had corners in by accident. Ah, nuts. So Brock scores. Maris avoids the double play. 3-0 Cardinals. The OG, the original Grognard, has joined us. Thank you very much. Check out that wonderful military strategy channel. So Maris at first. Scott holding him on. Here's the pitch to Cepeda, who is 1 for 1. He singled, knocking in a run. Cepeda sends that ball deep to right. Canigliaro racing back towards the wall, looking up, and it is gone. Jose Santiago gives up a bippity-boppity boom to the moon to the baby bull. Orlando Cepeda and the Cardinals jump all over. Red Sox starting pitching once again, 5-0. Oh my Lord, with Hughes on the mound, it's going to be difficult to come back. Wow, here's the video replay of the Cepeda blast. As Canigliaro goes back, looks up, and it's gone. And that's not Roger Maris. I don't know why it doesn't put the right photo on the replays. 5-0. Here's the pitch to McCarver, 0 for 1. And that's it for Santiago. Single to center. Single to center. Todd B has joined us. Hope all is well. So Santiago, it's been the standard MO for the Red Sox in this World Series to have crappy starting pitching in the first 3 games. Santiago is done. Do we go at Jerry Stevenson now? Jerry Stevenson will come in. So it's Jerry Stevenson. We were thinking about possibly starting him in Game 2. As Beatles returns, it's time to hook him, and we did. So here's Jerry Stevenson. He's been a pleasant surprise for the Red Sox, though he couldn't get the save in Game 2. He only got 1 out. Wyatt got the save in Game 2. Stevenson in the replay, 4-1 with 3 saves, ERA 1.80, batting average .163, whip 1.033. On the road, only gives up a 196 batting average, but Santiago was only only 189, and they hit Santiago good. So here is Julian Javier, 0 for 1. McCarver at first. Stevenson hoping for the double play ball. Ryan sets the target. Pitch homeward bound to Javier. And there's a base hit to center. McCarver holds at second. So results, same as the first. 1 out, 2 on, 5-0 Cardinals. Stevenson and the Red Sox have to stop this bleeding. Here's Bobby Tolan 0 for 1. Stevenson rubs up the baseball. Takes a deep breath. He rocks and deals to Bobby Tolan. Tolan grounds it to Petrocelli. Petrocelli charges. Throws to first. Stretched by Scott. Did Tolan beat it out? No! Nice play by Petrocelli and the boomer George Scott. 2 outs, second and third. Stevenson trying to get out of this mess. A mess started by Santiago. He'll face Mike Shannon 0 for 1. Maxville on deck. Ryan wiggles the fingers, sets the target, pitch to Shannon. Base hit to center. 1 run scores. Javier will also score. It's gotten ugly here. Just like in game 1, it is 7-0 Cardinals. Here's Maxville. The pitch to Dahl Maxville. Grounded to Adair. He'll go across the diamond to Scott. And an inning of misery is over. 6 runs plated by the Cardinals to the joy and jocularity of the fans here at Busch Stadium. 7-0 St. Louis, top of the 4th. Due up for the Red Sox. They need some runs, but Hughes is on the mound. And you don't rock the boat baby against Dick Hughes. Yastrzemski, Canigliaro, and Adair. Yaz walked his first time up. Red Sox desperately need base runners. The pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. Grounded slowly to first. Cepeda backhands it. Flips to Hughes, who steps on the bag. 1 down. Canigliaro struck out his first time up. The pitch to Tony C. Fly ball! Deep left center field! That's carrying! That's bye-bye, baby! Tony Canigliaro has hit his 3rd home run in as many World Series games, and the Red Sox are on the board. 389 for Tony C. 7-1 Cardinals. Here's the replay of the Canigliaro blast as he crushed it to left center. Tony C. As RJL518, our good friend Rob, says, "Go Bo Sox, make a comeback." Check out that wonderful card and dice baseball channel. RJL518. Can Jerry Adair keep things going? Here's the pitch to Adair, 0 for 1. Grounder slowly to first. Cepeda shuffles the ball to Hughes, who once again steps on the bag. 2 outs. After further review with Steve Tower, who had a stream earlier that I'll be checking out later. I believe it was wrestling. I think it was wrestling. I love his stuff. But I love when people do wrestling because I just enjoy wrestling. And the wrestling on TV now is pretty crappy. So, but thank you for joining us after further review with Steve Tower. All kinds of great stuff on that channel. 2 outs, base is empty for Joe Foy. Foy 0 for 1. On deck, Reggie Smith. The pitch to Joseph Foy. Fly ball, left field. Brock moving in, and he has it. But the Red Sox do score on the Tony Canigliaro blast. 7-1 Cardinals. Bottom of the 4th, Stevenson in relief of Jose Santiago, who was putrid. Brock 1 for 2. Here's the pitch to Lou Brock. Brock swings, lines it to Adair, trying to go the opposite way. 1 down. Kurt Flood 0 for 1. Stevenson wants to work quickly. He deals to Flood. Ground ball to Scott. Scott boots it. Second error by our infield. And it's going to roll away from Scott, and Kurt Flood quickly slides into second. Another error. Again, we won 108 games. I played every game. Our infield defense stinks. Our pitchers give up gopher balls like there's no tomorrow. And our base running leaves a lot to be desired. We do score a lot of runs. Again, the DH was in both leagues. That's the way I set it up. I wanted to see something different, to the chagrin of folks. But it's my game. We had trouble in the American League with the Orioles. Now, we won the American League by 19 and a half. Was it 19 or 19 and a half? Hold on, let me see. 19 and a half over the Orioles. But we struggled against the Orioles. And the Orioles are very similar to the Cardinals, who are actually better than the Orioles. And I just thought this is a really bad matchup. We can't outslug these guys. 7-1, 1 out. Flood at second after the two-base error by Scott. Maris is 0 for 2. Stevenson needs a K. Here's the pitch to Roger Maris. Grounder to Petrocelli, deep short. Throws to Scott, 2 down. Flood holds at second. Now bring up Cepeda. And with the lefty McCarver on deck, we're going to intentionally walk Cepeda, who's 2 for 2, yes. And we'll pitch to Tim McCarver. Here's the pitch to Timmy, 1 for 2. Grounder back to Stevenson, over to Scott. Oh boy, he floated that over, but we get McCarver. Side is retired. Stevenson puts up a desperately needed goose egg. Top of the 5th, 7-1 Cardinals. It will be Reggie Smith, Rico Petrocelli, if people get on, a pinch hitter for Mike Ryan. Reggie Smith looking to drop the bunt down. And it's a beauty! It's a beauty! Unfortunately, Cepeda's charging. He has it. Or somebody has it, and they throw out Smith. Who fielded? That's the question. I think it was McCarver. Drag bunt towards the mound. Javier fielded charging. Wow. And throws to Hughes covering the bag. All right, the video didn't show that, but we knew it was an out. We almost dropped a bunt base hit in. Petrocelli's 0 for 1. The pitch to Rico. Fly ball, center field. Flood moving towards his right. Makes the grab, 2 away. Here's Mike Ryan, 0 for 1. The pitch to Mikey. Fly ball down the left field line. Brock on his horse, foul territory, and he runs out of real estate. One ball, 2 strikes. Hughes in control. He's made one pitch that went a far, far way off the bat of Tony Canigliaro, the only run for Boston. Ryan digs in. Hughes rocks and deals. Grounder slowly hit the short. Maxville charges, throws. Cepeda takes it out of the dirt, and the Red Sox are retired. Bottom of the 5th, 7-1 St. Louis. Stevenson back up on the bump in relief of Jose Santiago. Julian Javier at the plate, 1 for 2. The pitch to Julian Javier. And he goes down. Swing and a miss. Stevenson gets his first K. Bobby Tolan's 0 for 2. Stevenson wants to work quickly. Tolan steps out of the box. The umpire grants him timeout. Now he steps back in. Stevenson and Ryan are not amused. Pitch homeward bound to Bobby Tolan. Tolan to Adair, who boots it. Third infield error. Third infield error by the Red Sox in this game. Unfreaking believable. Jerry Adair with 2 and Scott with 1. Should have been out number 2. Now bring up Mike Shannon, 1 for 2. Stevenson throws over, and that shortens Bobby Tolan's lead as Scott applies the tag a little too late. They're trying for a double play ball off the bat of Mike Shannon. The pitch to Shannon. Fly ball, right center field. Canigliaro reaches out, he makes the catch. Canigliaro saves an extra base hit. A great running catch by Tony Canigliaro. 2 outs. Tolan still at first for Dahl Maxville, who is 0 for 1. Stevenson throws over, and again Tolan just gets back. Now he focuses on Dahl Maxville. Ryan sets up inside. The pitch to Maxville. And that got over the plate. And Maxville rips a single to center. Will Tolan go? He's going. Reggie Smith is going to throw. And he's out! Jerry Adair applies the tag. The side is retired. Good fire by Reggie Smith. Top of the 6th, 7-1 Cardinals. Series tied at 1. Cardinals trying to take a 2-1 lead. If they win all 3 in St. Louis, it is done. For the Red Sox, it's the top of the order. Jones, Scott, and Yastrzemski. The pitch to Dalton Jones, 0 for 2. Jones grounds it slowly to second. Javier charges, quickly flips to Cepeda, and they get Jones by 2 steps. As after further review with Steve Towers, whoa, Tony C. playing hard despite the score. You are correct. We got to get into their bullpen. We're not going to beat Hughes. Game 1, Hughes pitched game 1. He threw to one pitch to Dalton Jones and was injured. But it wasn't serious, obviously, because he's perfectly healthy. Instead of pitching Carlton in game 3, I decided to come back with Hughes because he could pitch. Carlton is a lefty. We kill left-handed pitching, but I didn't do that. He'll pitch game 4. Here's the pitch to Scott, 1 for 2. Scott grounds it to Shannon. Shannon backhands, throws to Cepeda. He made it look easy, 2 away. As Beatles eternally talking Cleveland Indian baseball, I always thought that the 54 squad was stronger than the world champs 48 team, though. The 54 squad got swept, right, by the Willie Mays Giants, right? Am I correct about that? 2 outs, bases empty for Yastrzemski. He's walked. He's 0 for 1. He's grounded to first. Can Yaz go yard? McCarver goes through the signs. Hughes nods his head in complete control. He rocks and deals to Yastrzemski. Fly ball deep to right, but not deep enough. Maris reaches up at the wall, and that's out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 7-1 Cardinals. Top of the order for St. Louis, Brock, Flood, and Maris. Stevenson back up on the bump in relief. Brock, 1 for 3. The pitch to Lou Brock. And he goes down swinging, the second K for Stevenson. Kurt Flood's 0 for 2. Stevenson deals quickly to Flood. Grounder slowly to Captain Error at third, Adair, but he makes a good throw to Scott. 2 down. 2 down. We should have started Jerry Stevenson. I almost did. Base is empty for Roger Maris, who's 0 for 3. His bat has cooled off. He was player of the game in game 1. He knocked in 4. Knocked in a 3 in game. Was it 3 in game 1 or 4? Anyway, he has 5 ribbies now. I think it was 4 in game 1 and 1 in game 2. The pitch to Maris, 0 for 3. Grounder to Scott. Scott waves off Stevenson, takes it to the bag, and 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals. We should have started Jerry Stevenson. That's what I wanted to do. I should have went with my gut instinct. Top of the 7th. Cardinals up by 6. St. Louis 7. Boston 1. Tony Canigliaro, Jerry Adair, and Joe Foy. Tony C 1 for 2. Feaster family struck out, and then he hit a bippity-boppity boom to left center. The pitch to Canigliaro. Line shot right at Maxville. Tony C hit it on the screws, but nothing to show for it. Here's Jerry Adair, 0 for 2. McCarver sets up outside. Adair grounds it up the middle. Javier backhands, pivots, and throws to Cepeda. 2 down. Adair really missed a pitch to hit as it tailed back in over the plate. 2 outs, base is empty for Joe Foy. Foy's going to try to drop a bunt down here. McCarver pounces on it, throws to Javier, covering, and the side is retired. Red Sox trying anything to get runners on base. Bottom of the 7th. Game 3 of the World Series. Tied at 1. The series is. Cepeda at the plate. 3 ribbies today. They play Take Me Out to the ball game. And the fans in St. Louis are enjoying it right now. So it'll be Cepeda, McCarver, and Julian Javier. Stevenson back up on the bump. Cepeda 2 for 2. Fly ball center field. Smith going back to his right. 1 out. The baby bull is finally retired. That brings up Tim McCarver, 1 for 3. Left-handed batting catcher. Ryan Sets the target, the pitch to McCarver. Takes the outside pitch, drives it deep, right center field. Canigliere looking up, it is gone! 8-1 Cardinals as Jerry Stevenson gives up a gopher ball delight to Tim McCarver. Here is the video replay. Bippity, boppity, boom to the moon. Right center field for Tim McCarver. Boom goes the ball. And McCarver touches them all. To the moon, Alice, to the moon. It is ugly here in St. Louis for the Red Sox. 8-1 Cardinals. Julian Javier, 1 for 3. Now, if I was playing out of the ballpark baseball, I would nail Javier with a pitch. But you can't do that in this game. The pitch to Javier, and he goes down swinging 2-away. Bobby Tolan 0 for 3. Stevenson angry with himself, rocks and deals to Bobby Tolan. And Tolan rips a shot to right. Canigliere fires it back in. Scott could not make the play. Stevenson, a little fatigued. We'll give him one more batter. Mike Shannon 1 for 3. Shannon lines out to Adair. The Cardinals get 1 on the McCarver blast. Top of the 8th, 8-1. Dave Little has joined us. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel. Basketball, wrestling, baseball, theplay.com, History Maker Baseball, Journeys with Jesus videos, everything. Very good channel. I love it. Hope all is well with Dave Little. 6 outs away for the Red Sox, going down 2-1. Reggie Smith, 0 for 2. The pitch to Smith. Fly ball! Left field, that's carrying, but not deep enough. Brock in the corner makes the snare. 1 down. Red Sox down to their final 5 outs. Petrocelli's 0 for 2. The pitch to Rico. Rico, shallow center. Flood, 2 down. Rico not suave on that play. Mike Ryan will not hit. He's 0 for 2. Mike Andrews grabs a stick. Mike Andrews comes in. The pitch to Mikey. Andrews is 0 for 4 in the World Series. Grounder back to Hughes. Throws to Cepeda. The Cardinals are 3 outs away from taking a 2-1 lead. Stevenson is tired. We're going to go to the pen. Due up for the Cardinals. Maxville, Brock, and Flood. We're going to go with Bucky Brandon. Here comes Bucky. Bucky Brandon. In our 1960... and we need a catcher also. So let's get our catcher. Elston Howard will come in to catch. Bucky Brandon in our replay. 7-5, no saves. WHIP 1.475. ERA 3.73. Batting average against 264. Dahl Maxville 1 for 2. The pitch to Dahl from Brandon. And he goes down via the K, swing and a miss. He's trying to grip and rip. The only thing he ripped was a little bit of gas going back to the dugout. Cardinals players were laughing. They can laugh. They're up 8-1. Lou Brock's 1 for 4. The pitch to Brock. Lines out to Scott. Leaping catch by the Boomer at first. 2 outs, base is empty for Kurt Flood. 0 for 3. We want to make him 0 for 4. Brandon shakes off Howard. Howard behind the plate. 6 range, 3 arm. The pitch to Flood. Slowly hit to Petrocelli at short. And he throws a strike to Scott. The side is retired. Cardinals 3 outs away from taking game 3 and a series lead 2-1. They're up 8-1. Due up for the Red Sox, top of the order. Jones, Scott, and Yastrzemski. One last charge of the Light Brigade. Dick Hughes has been beast mode. He's only given up 1 run, a home run off the bat of Tony Canigliere. There's only been 2 hits. Scott and Canigliere. The pitch to Dalton Jones. 0 for 3. Jones pops up right side. Shallow right. Maris coming in. Javier going out towards the line. Javier makes the over-the-shoulder catch, one away. Red Sox down to their final 2 outs. Scott 1 for 3. Hughes with the leg kick and the pitch. Fly ball, left field. Brock makes the catch at the wall near the corner. 2 outs, base is empty for Yastrzemski. He's 0 for 2. Yes, pops it up on the infield. Maxfield and Javier converging towards the second base. And Javier has it as he calls everybody off. It was ugly for the beloved Boston Red Sox. The Cardinals trounced the Red Sox 8-1. They go up in this series 2 games to 1. That was putrid. The only run came off the bat of Tony Canigliaro for Boston. Solo blast in the 4th. Tony C. 1 for 3. His 3rd home run in as many World Series games. McCarver 2 for 4 with a homer. And Cepeda 2 for 3 with a homer and 3 ribbies. No comeback for the boys from Beantown. Our starting pitching has sucked in the first 3 games. Santiago takes the loss. Hughes, who only pitched to 1 batter in Game 1 before leaving with what proved to be a blister. I thought it was a shoulder injury, but it was a blister injury. And he comes back. We let him pitch Game 3. He was ready. I'm not cheating. I set the lineups for both teams, and then I play as the Red Sox because the PC engine, their lineup is putrid. I already said it in the beginning. So not looking good for the Red Sox. Game 4, obviously pivotal when you're down 2-1. Santiago, 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 6 runs, only 5 of them earned. Gave up a home run, 2 walks, and a K. Red Sox had 3 errors in the infield, 2 by Adair and 1 by Scott. Stevenson went 4 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Gave up a homer, walked 1, struck out 3. Bucky Brandon pitched the bottom of the 8th, scoreless. Hughes went the distance. He's 1-0, 9 innings. 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. The home run by Canigliaro. 1 walk, 3 Ks. Batting. Well, Scott 1 for 4. Canigliaro 1 for 3 with a ribby. A run scored and a strikeout. Everyone else offers. Red Sox in total, 2 hits and 29 at-bats. 1 run, 1 ribby, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 1 double, and a homer. Actually, Scott doubled. What'd I say? He singled. He doubled. So they had a double and a homer, and they couldn't score any more runs. Couldn't get any more hits. The Cardinals, aided by 3 Red Sox errors. Lou Brock, 1 for 5, a run scored, a ribby. He struck out twice. Kurt Flood, 0 for 4 with a walk. Roger Maris, his bat has cooled off tremendously after the first 2 games. Really had a huge first game. He was 0 for 4, 2 runs, though, and a ribby. Average down to 231, though. Cepeda 2 for 3, 3 ribbies, a run scored, a walk, and a homer. McCarver 2 for 4, 2 runs scored, a ribby. He had a homer. Julian Javier 1 for 4 with a run scored. He struck out twice. Bobby Tolan, the DH, 1 for 4. Mike Shannon 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies. And Dahl Maxfield 1 for 3, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. The Cardinals, in their 8-1 victory, 35 at-bats, 8 runs, 9 hits, 8 ribbies, 3 walks, 5 Ks, a triple, and 2 home runs. Player of the game, I'd have to give it to Dick Hughes. Let's see who they... Hey, give it to Dick Hughes. And it was ugly. It was ugly, folks. We might come back and play Game 4 in about 10 minutes. Oh, it was ugly. Not pretty at all. There you have it. Cardinals up 2-1. Steeler fan 1933. Boston fans are getting used to seeing opponents put 8 on the scoreboard after Dave Gardner's recent Stanley Cup final. This is true. Beatles attorney says, thanks, Al. Take care to everyone. Todd B says, thanks for the game. RJL518. Al, will get them in Game 4. We'll see. Steve Tower says, ouch, as the curse lives on. All right, so I'd like to thank SteelerFan1933, Beatles Eternally. Check out that wonderful baseball channel. Todd B., thank you very much. RJL518, our good friend Rob. Check out that wonderful baseball channel. I already said SteelerFan1933, a.k.a. Matt, but I'm going to say it again. After further review with Steve Tower, another wonderful YouTube content creator in our community. Dave Little, another wonderful YouTube content creator in our community. Thank you for being here. Todd B., Dave Gardner, thank you very much. Digital Dice on Spreaker or on his YouTube channel with Uncle Ron Gardner. P. Jet was here. I don't want to miss anyone. I know I said hello to everyone coming in. The Original Grognard, wonderful military strategy channel. Brian Pelletier, thank you very much. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer. P. Jet. And that's everyone, folks, who jumped in the chat. Awesome sauce. You know what? I might come back with a little wrestling because I'm going to be listening to Steve Towers wrestling after further review at work tomorrow because I like listening to wrestling. I love the wrestling on YouTube that everyone does. And prayers and thoughts go out to Big Polly's World of Sports Sims. His mother's going through Alzheimer's. So if you know Big Polly, send him your best wishes and your prayers and thoughts if you're a religious person, as I am. Or just well wishes for Big Polly. So thank you very much, everyone. Health and happiness. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Stay safe. Be smart. God bless. I greatly appreciate your time. I think I'm going to come back with a little wrestling. Either Fire Pro Wrestling or the finest, wrestling's finest. Maybe we do a little Fire Pro Wrestling, a little video action wrestling. Get back to our landmine tournament. Or possibly, I like the Battle Royals in Wrestling's Finest. They're fun. I like those a lot. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm babbling along. God bless. Stay safe. Greatly appreciate your